Hello, is this working? I think it's working. Um, how are you? Hope things are all well. It's been a while since I had my last game, and I've been very busy in the summer. So I have many updates for you. But I also started my game, and in my last game my opponent just left because I was probably talking too much and not playing. So let me play a few moves first, and then I'll tell you one by one. Oh, and then I played this diagonal opening because I was distracted by the software, and then I didn't know where I was playing. But it should be fine. I mean, this diagonal opening, it's not bad. It's just unusual. So, what happened in the summer? First of all, I moved to Europe in Switzerland, Geneva, because I started a graduate program at University of Geneva. So, if you sorry about that, I'm very disorganized. So this is my program, and this is my student card. So I became a student and came to Geneva. So that's one. And another probably bigger news is that you, I'm not sure if you heard of it or not, but since as of the end of August this year, I am retired at the Korea Baduk Association. So that means I am not professional player anymore. You could call me retired professional player or just an amateur player, because actually that's why I retired. I wanted to just enjoy playing Go without any expectations or fancy title. You know, if you're pro, you kind of need to be good at the game. You don't want to lose, and you don't want to be competing in amateur tournament unless it's a special occasion. I know it's not the same for all countries. Like in China, I heard professional players are free to compete in amateur tournaments if they want. At least the Chinese Weiqi Association doesn't really care. That's my understanding. But at the KBA, they don't allow professional players to compete with amateur players on even. But then I thought, I'll be in Europe for my study, and it's not very likely that I'll be going back to my professional tournaments. So I thought maybe it will be fun to just play in some European Go tournaments while I'm there. So that's how it happened. And that's about it. So while I was talking, some things are happening in the game, and I might be overplaying over here. When I Hane here, I expected white to Hane back, and then I was going to extend. But then when white cut here, I realized that maybe this was overplay. But just extending here seemed a little slow, so I didn't want to do that. Well, we will see. If white Hanes here, I'll need to Hane back and white can connect. I'll need to also connect, and white can capture this one stone, its ladder, or it's not leather. It's not leather because of this one. So white can't capture this one stone. That means the fight white can start by cutting here is not very good probably for white. But white also has a choice to atari from here and come out. And black's strong response would be to come out here and then penetrate the corner, but then white can block here and it seems very complicated. If I need to just hane here, then white can come over here and the black shape is very bad, so that wouldn't be good. Extending here seems better than hane here because it seems like my answer is a little difficult here. My first question is whether I should atari here or not. And another question is whether I should block here or do this. If I connect this way, then white's extending here is also sente. So I could do that. But then white can, yes, atari here and come out. So over here it seems like black shape is not very good. At least I don't like it. Okay, I guess I will need to do that. And then if white comes out and do that, then can I do this? Oh well, I guess I'll need to do this. It doesn't seem very good because this is also sente and I need to come back. Now white can choose to capture this one stone. See? I need to do this. So that wasn't very nice. But at least the damage is not very bad. It's something that I can catch up later, I think. At first,
Overtime countdown has begun.
I was thinking maybe I'll do some leather breaker here, but then I realized that white doesn't need leather. White can just do the net. So that doesn't really mean much. But in any case, let me pincer here because I don't want white to take all the upper side. If white takes the corner, white's right side will be very low. So this is expected answer. And if white comes around here, then I can just leave in the upper side. White can take the center, but center is very difficult to make territory from. So that's fine, and I'm not sure about this exchange, what white is planning to do. So if white wanted to do this exchange is not really necessary, but we will see. And if I get many moves around here in the center, then it's possible that I'll be able to attack this group. That will be nice, right? So did that, and you can see that there is a little bit of weakness around here. I want to do something about that. This one space jump seems to work, so do that. So yeah, it seems like the opening is almost at an end and we are going into the middle game. My corner is safe, so I'm going to do this. I could also answer here.
9, 8, 7,
But
6.
let me do this. Because once I get stronger in the center, I can attack this group. And come out. And now white needs to fix this shape because it has many weaknesses. But of course white can attack me first. Here. We'll see. If white comes here, then I was going to cut over here, etc. Anyway, so I did that, and there is still some weaknesses here, but
9,
seems
8,
difficult to do
7,
anything
6, 5.
right away. And I need to block this one. If white comes here, I can attach. And white cuts here, I extend. It seems fine for me. And that is a very interesting move. If I do this, it's leather, maybe? No, it's not leather.
9, 8, 7, 6.
So I'll just do that. And now white can cut here, or Atari here and then connect, or just extend. So my
Overtime
group will be
countdown
cut
has
off
begun.
into two parts. But then white is not alive yet either. So that's why I'm thinking this is manageable
9,
fight for me.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
Well,
2,
we'll see.
1.
So that's just a Sente exchange for white. And if I don't answer correctly, I can be in trouble here.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Okay, I'll just answer. I was thinking about attaching over here, but then if I don't get Sente, white can still attach me that way. And it seemed like not very helpful. I think I could also
Seven.
leave by playing over here instead of this one. And maybe I should have done that. But too late. I already played, I guess. Anyway, I need to do this one. And I'm going to attack that. White can also attack this group, and that will be very complicated. I so there is this pip that I need to fix now. I guess I'll do that. And then that. What if white harness here? I can attach and then extend or that. This seems better. Well, my thinking is that white needs to leave 2. Right? But what now? Nothing here? That's so strange.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Wait. I feel like there must be something in this area, but I don't see anything.
Nine, 8, 7.
If white connects here, then I can do some kind of call like that.
9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. 2 overtimes left.
But I'm not sure if I'll have more code
9,
threads
8,
to win the call.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
But maybe I don't have any other choice.
Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
I know that was really bad, but I thought the core is not very good for me because this white is not very big, but then I will have to win the core in order to save this group. And if white comes any two moves around here or here, that would be very bad for me. So I thought I
9,
would just leave
8,
first
7, 6, 5, 4,
and then let
3,
white
2,
come
1,
here
0.
and then play around here. So that's still not really good for me, but better than the alternative. I also need to do something around here.
The last overtime. 9,
This
8,
would be good
7, 6,
before white
5,
comes over here.
4, 3, 2.
So instead of connecting here, white chose this one. So that means I have the core left here. Not going to do that right away, of course, because this is a kind of urgent place. I need to reduce the white's potential in the center. And then take care of this group. So here things are getting crazy again, because white tried to take advantage of this dead stone. If I cut here, white was going to Atari here and then extend. I didn't want white to do that. So that's why I cut here, and if white took the one stone, I was going to do the tiger mouth. But white made the Atari from behind, and I came out like this. So you can see things are getting a little crazy. But this is manageable fight for me too, I believe. And we are going to start a co-fight. White is probably going to come out here. Then I will Atari.
The last overtime. 9, 7, 6, 5.
And then white. Oh, wait. So white didn't come out. That means I am going to Atari. And I guess I need to do that. Huh, that's interesting choice. Okay, I guess I need to come out. I don't like how things are going
9,
here.
8, 7, 6, 5.
I don't seem to have other choice either. Let me do this one. So if everyone lives around here,
The last overtime. 9,
I might not have
8,
enough
7, 6,
territory
5,
to
4, 3, 2.
pay the komi. I need to do something. But there isn't much I can do. I could do some sente moves around here and cut this one if I did have the sente. But as you saw here, white got sente and came here. And that was not good. I will need to attack this group, but it has quite good eye shape. I thought white needed to answer over here.
9,
But
8,
I guess not right away.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
So what do I do now? And do that. If I Atari here, white is going to Atari back.
9,
Then I take.
8, 7, 6.
Okay, do this and then extend, or that. Okay, extend. If I do that, white can Atari and do the squeeze, so that's bad. So if I die in the center, that will be the over.
The last overtime. 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 2.
I can cut here. And then block. But when white comes over here, white will probably have more liberties. But I
The
try
last
until the
overtime.
end, just
9,
in case
8,
something comes up.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
First I can have this. And then I guess I'll need to do that. white can block over here.
The last overtime.
Ah, doesn't seem very good for me, does it? I can't block here because white can do
9,
that.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ah, oh well. It seems like I need to resign pretty soon.
The last overtime.
Why did I
9,
exchange
8,
this one?
7, 6, 5.
That was no good. Oh. Seems like it's not working. I guess
9,
I'll have to resign
8,
here.
7,
Oh.
6, 5.
Okay, it seems like yeah, over here I think the problem was on the upper right corner. It's being a little slow. Can I go back a little further? Yes. So over here, on the lower left corner, this was probably not the best, but it was still okay, I think. But then at this point, instead of this move, maybe I should have come over here, because turned out my shape was not strong enough to really attack this group, and if white comes over here I could just do that and it should have been fine, I think. In the actual game I did that, and over here I could block this one, but then if white comes around here, it seems like white is making really good territory over here, and I still have some weakness in the center. So compared to the variation where I did that, it's clearly better for white. So that's why I wanted to keep pushing. Plus it seems like there was some weakness around here. But then white exchanged that and came over here. At this point, if I do that, white can cut here and like this. And there is of course that again. It seems very complicated and maybe a little good for white, although it is complicated. But then I thought white will need to come back here. So this is what I expected. I thought maybe white needs to come back here, and then if I can come to the center, it should be fine. But these were sente, which I didn't really think about. And then over here maybe I should have answered somehow like that. But the shape is still bad. Or maybe I should push here once more. Did that. And after this it was very difficult. I needed to leave. And then when white did that, I just lived here. And then I thought white would like connect around here. And then black has this one, you see, like that. So that's why I thought it wasn't too bad. But as I mentioned before, these stones, they are not very big. That's why I chose this one. Although there is this core that I can start. But this is only for the end game. If white can get like this, yeah, this is much bigger than that. So I did that because I didn't want white to take this knight move. But at this point the game is already quite good for white. You can see that black doesn't really have big territory, some potential in the lower side and a little bit over here, but white has quite solid one here and the little ones here and here and here. So that means it's probably very difficult to pay the komi unless I make really good territory here on the lower side. So actually I was happy when white started this fight, because when you have this kind of fight, things happen. But I guess the center was not my territory. It was good for black, good for white. Oh, I shouldn't have exchanged that. I'm just seeing that this exchange was bad, because without the exchange, this jump, for example, can be sente, and that would be a better place to be than pushing over here. If white doesn't answer, there is this net. And if white pushes here first, then these exchanges are good for black, because black is going to this area. So I shouldn't have exchanged this one. And at this point white didn't come out because white is already doing quite well and I was going to Atari. And if you think about it, white doesn't need to risk like this. So that's why white avoided the call and then did that. And at this point it's already very difficult. It's not like black can capture anything, but you see black is losing or the potential area over here while white is not losing anything. White still has all the territories everywhere. So that didn't really work. But it was first 9 dan game in a long time. So maybe you can take that into consideration. And in summer, I was just going to tell you that in summer I was in several Go events actually. I was at the Parago World Cup in Tokyo, and I'll see if I can make a video about it because I have some short videos and pictures. And there was a very interesting Tsumego competition there. So I'll see if I can find the time to make a video. And I was at the US Go Congress. It was a lot of fun. You can find some videos where I did the live commentary. It's on my YouTube channel. And there was the French Open Championship. I didn't play there, but I was just visiting. That was in Grenoble, maybe about 2 weeks ago. Mm. So that was also interesting. And maybe at the end of October, I'll be visiting Lyon for a Go event. And in November, Vienna. And in December, I'm thinking about going to London Open. So that's about my plans. And now that I'm settled in Geneva, I should be able to play at least once a week. So I hope you enjoyed this game, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.